So yeah, Wonderful, Wonderful has been out for a few weeks now. Ignore the pun, but how wonderful. So what's the reaction been like so far?
Um, Thank you. Yeah, I it's been interesting to hear people's feedback. It's a bit more of a pirate kind of song. I don't like it's really hard to describe music, isn't it? So far it's been really positive. I did like some feedback from a blog who described it as baroque rock or cabaret punk or art pop. So I was like, yeah, I feel comfortable with all of those. Yeah, I like the dramatic. I like the big sort of sounds and stuff. So I did have to Google what Baroque rock was. It's from the 1960s, and I feel like it did resonate with the kind of music that we make. So,
I love how when other people give you genre names as well, because sometimes you just make music that you love, and sometimes the artist is like, look, I don't know how to describe this, and then you read a review and you're like, oh, actually, I do kind of resonate with that.
yeah, exactly. I mean, I guess I grew up listening to a lot of grunge, there's Queens of the Stone Age, Radiohead, Muse, that's sort of not quite as grungy, but Silverchair. So, lots of that kind of influence that comes through. But then I also am getting into a bit of industrial metal somehow, listening to like stuff that sounds like a chainsaw. I don't know how, but
Such an interesting mix, and I love it because like you hear the band name Unicorn, and then you see like all your colorful, wonderful props, and then you're like, oh, I love that heavier stuff, that darker
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, exactly. And that's definitely what I love as well, is that sort of, heavy kind of rock, but then the dramatic and the beautiful melodies and a little bit of piano here and there or keys or yeah, the nice little balance between the two.
Mm. And I read that Wonderful Wonderful was born kind of like on a stormy night on a honky tonk piano. So, like, can you paint us a picture of that moment for you and what was going on emotionally and creatively?
Well, the piano is this one, Heather.
There you go.
Um, it was a wet night. I just think I was, just mucking around on the piano really, and listening outside to the stormy weather, and so that's where the sort of words, I get the lyrics sort of began. And then where it went, I don't generally have a plan for where a song goes. I kind of like to see where the song takes me. The lyrics that I came up with for the bridge are like drowning in you. So I guess there's a bit of that sort of love, human emotion type part of the song. And that's where the cover of the single came from. So that's a picture of me underwater. And I got one of the members of our creative team to sort of jump in the pool and take 800 photos to get the right shot, because I didn't realize how hard it was to look serene underwater.
I learned that the hard way too. I went to the Maldives earlier this year and I brought an underwater camera. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be so easy. Like people take such great underwater shots. I'm like, this is actually a lot harder than people make it out to be.
Oh my God. I thought I was like underwater for the next 3 days. I was like, that was hard. And trying to look like, like that instead of like, was really hard. But yeah, out of 800 shots, I think we got one good one. So
Like a
that was the
behind the
aim.
scenes video of just like how you got the perfect single cover shot.
Yeah. um, and then yeah, I mean, musically, I say it's a pirate song because it feels watery and it feels like it's on a boat. When we play it live, I feel like I'm sort of rocking on a boat, and I feel like that we did capture that kind of feeling in the music, which is, I guess, given and where it started from, which was, listening to the rain outside, was where I kind of wanted it to go.
You've said this is your most compelling work yet. So what makes Wonderful Wonderful a turning point for Unicorn?
I think I mean, every song is sort of a new exploration, isn't it? Like you're sort of trying out different sounds or different beats, or um, I guess, each one is different. This one sort of feels a little bit darker and moodier than some of the other songs that we've done. Um, and we've used, sort of dramatic keys, and we worked pretty hard in the studio to like um, make it sound quite grand, I guess. And I feel like we did achieve that. But yeah, I guess each and every time you're learning with every production that you go into, and the people that you're working with. So Jack, Sarah, and Lockie, all come in with ideas and working together. So and then Dave Parkin, who's brilliant sound engineer. This was the first song, actually. Sorry, I'm rambling, but this was the very first song that we went into the studio, and Dave Parkin didn't have anything to change. He's like, "Yep, great, perfect." I was like, "Oh my god, I've done it." No changes.
That must have been the best feeling, like knowing that you're like, this is great as it is.
Yeah, so often he has changes which are generally for the better, and I do tend to listen and try and sort of make it work, as long as it's still serving the song, I guess. But it was nice when he didn't have any feedback. I was like, yes, I have mastered the art. No, I'm just joking.
That sets you up on a high scale, because I feel like whatever you come up with next, like you've got to get it to that level again. You can't be like, do this one and then the next one's got all this feedback.
Well, we've already recorded the next one. We got into the studio in May. This wonderful, wonderful. We recorded in October last year, but we have got one in our back pocket, which we're super excited about as well. It's like a really rock and roll song. So, you know, Foo Fighters, eat your heart out.
It'd be very fun to play live, I imagine.
Oh yeah, I mean, I love playing live. I feel like I try and embody the rock, and also I try and sometimes think about the song and what I was thinking about at the time when I wrote it, to try and like communicate that to the people that are in the audience and watching, so that we can sort of connect on that level as well.
Hmm. And last year saw the arrival of Sarah McPherson on bass. So how has her addition shaped the band's sound or sonic direction?
Um, sure, she's been great. So Ellis, our previous bass player, moved to Melbourne. So so it was a nice transition. We were able to get Sarah and Ellis to work together, and so Sarah learnt all the songs that Ellis had written, and then we've got a couple of new ones now that Sarah has put her bass lines to as well. So the one that we just recorded, Sweet Ride, is written by Sarah, and similarly she's been able to transform what Ellis originally wrote and turned it into something else as well. So Sarah's a legend, and yeah, really great to have her on board in the band. We've got a really lovely band that it feels like everyone's connected and supportive, and it's a really safe place to be able to throw ideas around and all that type of stuff. So I think we get the best out of everyone that way.
Yeah, incredible. And you've got some shows lined up for your launch. So what can fans expect from your live shows?
Um, Rock and roll excitement. Yeah, like we love performing, and the songs I think are quite big sounding. So yeah, I like to think that we take you on a journey. The songs, we start somewhere and we end somewhere else, and a lot of the songs are like that too. Some of the other ones that we've released, you think you're here and then you end up somewhere else. So I don't know if that's a very good description, but
It does. It sounds so fun. Yeah, it just sounds like the best energy and the best mix. And you guys always like seem to like when I see videos and stuff, you always seem to have so much fun performing.
yeah, no, definitely when I'm on stage, I feel like that's the place I should be. So love playing shows. We've got a show down in Bunbury and one in Albany for our wonderful, wonderful launch. We just had one last week as well, in the city in Perth. Um, and they're both free entry, so people can come down and check it out and enjoy it. And then our next show is going to be a Halloween party called Spookfest.
Love that. What are you gonna dress as?
Well, I've got a few ideas. I've been watching lots of zombie movies, but you have to keep it a surprise. I'm still undecided, but it's something unicorny and fabulous, I'm sure.
You have to. I've got a bit of a fun question for you, but if Wonderful Wonderful was a movie, like what would it look like? Who would direct it? What would the scene look like?
Oh, what if Wonderful Wonderful was a movie? I mean, I feel like it's very like Pirates of the Caribbean-esque, like um who would be in it? Like, I don't know, Leonardo DiCaprio.
As a
It'd be a
pirate.
big move. Um, yeah, I mean, a lot of my songs I like to try and make them like sound like that big and dramatic. So, there'd obviously be corsets and fabulous dresses and probably a zombie or two somewhere, a shark,
Are
a
you gonna
couple of
have a music
pirates.
video for it? Because like this all would sound great for a music video as well.
I think we're going to save our music video for the next single. Um, so yeah, we did a lot of music videos and then decided that we needed to focus on getting a few more singles out. So and now I want to do another music video because they're so much fun. So
Yeah, and you always
yeah.
have like really different ideas, like even just describing then what the movie would look like. I'm like, yes, we need a music video for this.
Yeah. I know. I work with a girl who does dance, and I'm like, I want you to be like doing like choreographed dance one day, and then I just do like just like the little moves, and I've got a full dance crew behind me doing a
Yeah.
dance.
You'll have to reach out to Leonardo DiCaprio, but I'd hate to know how much he would charge for a music video.
Uh,
Probably not in the budget.
yeah, not in the budget, but that's all right. We'll get the amazing Perth people that are do that kind of thing.
Yeah, and look, I'm always happy to play a zombie or a pirate, so just hit me up.
Yeah, amazing.
So yeah, you've got new music coming next year. You've obviously got the shows coming up, but what's next for Unicorn? Is there anything like what you're working on that you want to share, or other things you want people to know about your music?
Yeah, I guess, listen, share, like all that sort of stuff. We've got now 6 songs out on all the platforms. So, getting close to being able to pull together a singles album.
Yeah, it's
But yeah, the,
awesome.
yeah, the plans are, yeah, release that song. I would like to do another music video and then more recording, more music. Hopefully get over to the East Coast soon, Melbourne and Sydney, maybe over to Asia. Yeah, big plans, big stars in our eyes. We want to just, keep going and keep sharing our music and connecting with our wonderful community that supports us and grow our community as well. So yeah, keep listening.
And why Asia? Do you guys have connections there?
Well, Sarah actually, she played in a band called New Talk, and they did quite a few shows. Well, not quite a few. I don't know how many. Some shows over in, I think it was Singapore and a couple of other places in Asia, and had an amazing time. So she did actually get a few connections and some ideas on how we can, branch outside of Perth. I guess Asia is a closer hop, skip, and a jump in terms of flights and accommodation and all that sort of stuff compared to Europe. So that would be a great starting point, I guess.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for your time. Looking forward to hearing the new music, and yeah, excited to see you guys out there again.
Amazing. Thanks so much, Brooke.
First of all,
It's great
always
to
fun
chat.
chatting. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.